Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Bill Doobie. Welcome to Thumbnail Hack, the channel all about thumbnails. This week we're going to be talking about thumbnail frames. Stay tuned. Before we get going, I'd like to share something I thought about while I was researching this video. Nobody can train you all that they know in a video because you cannot share today what you might learn tomorrow. Think about it. Thumbnail frames in under 60 seconds. First we have thumbnail hacks, then Blue Line, Dr. Whizzles, he has a good frame. Next is TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy has frames and a thumbnail generator. Daryl Eves doesn't use thumbnail frames that I've seen. Same with Pat Flynn. They both use very good photographs on their thumbnails. George 12 is using thumbnail frames, white frame. Mr. Beast, I haven't seen frames on his thumbnails either. Canva, an excellent program. I wish I had used it more. The free version is amazing. That is from the free version, by the way. And lastly, I'm sorry, right over here is Bryant G. Johnson, the master of thumbnails and YouTube organization. And I forgot Primal Video. Let's get going. First off, why not go to YouTube and type in thumbnail frames just to find out what is out there. Obviously, Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro, they think it's important to have a frame on a thumbnail. And then you have over here Pixel Labs. You have Justin Brown. He's not using a frame, but you notice that his thumbnail is well framed. Now, here's Dr. Whizzle. This guy has 12, count them, 12 thumbnail frames that he uses for all of his videos. Genius. He isn't quite up to 1,000 subscribers, but I subbed into him. You want to be clickable. This is one way to look at thumbnails. Now, most of us see thumbnails at the end of a video. I went to the end of Dr. Whizzle's video, and this is what I get. Now, here's two of his thumbnails, actually three of them, and they stand out really well. And then we have Escape from Tarkov. You can see that has a frame. This one does not. It's by Mark Robert, but you notice it's well composed. So that is also something else to consider when you're thinking about a frame. Do I really need a frame? If you don't have a frame on your thumbnail, you notice it comes in as black when it's suggested as the next video. On a search, though, you're going to have a white border unless you're running the dark mode. This is Dr. Whizzles. Mad props to Dr. Whizzles. What if you don't have any search and you just log on to YouTube? This is what I get. So I get the Jello and the Pool, Mark Rober, and these are some people that I've subbed to, George 12, and this is their thumbnails. Notice, no frames on any of them. Even Mr. Beast, he doesn't have any frames. Now on here, we didn't think there was a frame on George 12. Actually, yeah, see, this one doesn't even show. So one thing, if you do choose a white frame, be cautious because it isn't going to show on anything other than a black background. You notice how this yellow just kind of draws you in. This is the yellow frame. Look at each one of these. Next one, after watching videos on Andrew's cooking channel, these were the ones that came up. There's one with a frame. You notice how the one with a frame, your eye just goes to it right away. Even though these all have great pictures and everything, good to have a frame. Frame. Then we come to this one. This is a type of framing format that I like. George 12 uses it, I use it, where you actually go over the frame. His main character's on the outside of the frame. It's with layering. There we go, we looked at that. I'm going to also show you how to make a frame and some different programs that do frames. For example, TubeBuddy, I'll get into it later. Brian G, he is what I would call the Zen of thumbnail is Brian G. What he does is he has a central topic, for example, iPhone, iMovie tutorial videos. He will have a mood and a type of thumbnail. He likes this splashed ink, I think he calls it. Mr. Beast, who nobody can rival Mr. He has very unique thumbnails too. Does not use frames. Mr. Beast, you notice how he blends right into the black. He doesn't care because he's got his picture there. He doesn't need a frame. Daryl Eves, and then we're going to get into actually showing you how to make some frames. Here we go. You notice how he has a central theme. However, there is no border. And that's it for this take. Do a quick border in TubeBuddy. Select the making thumbnails, which is thumbnail generator. Create. Still frame.
My recent bit
right
longer
there.
blade.
Okay, stop. Adjust the frame to where they're more in focus. Not too bad. Continue. Add a frame. There's the frame there. Continue. Save and publish. Are you sure you want to publish? Okay. Please reload the page to see your changes. Any unsaved. Okay, so reload. And that saved my changes. Always helps to follow the directions. You can tell this is new to me. Usually I just go in and do it with paint.net, and I'll show you how to do a quick one on paint.net also. Just me goofing around with a green screen a long time ago. I go to here and I pick rectangle. I give it about a line width of between 20 and 30, so let's go with 25. Let's pick green again. We go to the upper left corner and down to the lower right corner. And that's it. Save. Files. File save. Thumbnail hacks frames. Graphics. Now we can save it. And there we are. It's in a PNG format. There we go. Now we're all set, ready to go.